Afternoon, everyone. Gabe Velazquez here with you, transparentrade on a Tuesday, 16th day of June. We have kind of a mixed picture today. Let's get right into the charts. Just a quick reminder, I have a class coming up next week. Hit the link below. Make sure you sign up for that. It's going to be pertaining to mispriced assets. Speaking of which, we've got some of these uh, semiconductor chip stocks pulling back today. You could argue that they're way over, still overextended. SpaceX, obviously, that's another one that's kind of questionable in terms of the valuation and so forth. So uh, hit the link below, subscribe to the newsletter, give me a thumbs up. Let's get right into the charts. We do have, after Friday's conclusion of the war, so to speak. We have the signing on Friday. Honestly, I thought maybe Friday's move was totally pricing in um, that action, but clearly it was not because we had another gap higher and a move higher in the indexes, and obviously oil is moving lower. But in any event, now I'm looking at we had rollover, and I'm looking at the contract specific, which is in supply and trying to roll over from there. Levels to watch moving forward is going to be this gap here that I've highlighted in the S&P. And the reason that's going to be key is whether we have more of a pullback, possibly down to the lows here from last week, or we're going to basically just come in here and then make a new high in the S&P. That's going to be interesting. That comes in around 7,500, let's call it. Similarly, see the NASDAQ is actually coming off a lot more today, and you got the similar gap at 30K on the NASDAQ. So that's going to be a level to watch. This is due to some of the big reversal we had in some of these big chip stocks like Micron, AMD, even NVIDIA, and so on and so forth. So watch this level here similarly to see what happens with that. Bitcoin also, I wrote about it to my members on Monday. A lot of these stocks and some of these markets are right at resistance at supply, Bitcoin being one of them. Let's see if it actually bases here. Then it can break out. The VIX, I think, at 15 is going to be worth watching because we've had some market lows here recently in the last 3-4 months, market highs, I should say, at 15. So we'll see what that is, what that happens. We got a Fed meeting tomorrow. Obviously, everybody knows with the first, Kevin Warsh this is going to be his first meeting. Everybody's kind of intrigued on what he's going to say. If he's, they don't expect to do anything, but, the fact that he was nominated for wanting to lower rates and so forth, it'll be interesting to see. I don't expect much, but you never know. The dollar is falling in front of that. And more important about the dollar is gold. So I did write about it a couple of weeks ago. In fact, a little frustrating that we were trying to get long AEM calls but I did talk about this 4,100 level. Similarly to Bitcoin, we're sitting at supply, and I think it's going to take the dollar falling further for gold to rally back up to 4,500, 4,400, and eventually maybe work its way up. So it is a dollar story. Keep that in mind when you're looking at gold. And I think if it bases here, then we probably, can move higher on gold. Similar with silver. Silver, in fact, just came right down to the pivot right here and turned higher as well. Actually came right almost to the tick on the pivot here. This is why, again, I use the contract specific. Oftentimes, I alternate between the two because you got to find some kind of edge. Um, Oil, I'm actually now focused on the August contract because that has more volume and it's rolling over. We will see how far this goes here. We're sitting right, I would say, at the bottom of this massive range. And if it breaks down, the beginning of the war, by the way, oil was at 66. That gap right here was literally on that Saturday, 28th of February when the war broke out. It eventually it will work its way down here. I don't know if it's going to happen right away. We could be in in this massive range so far, but it is watching. You can see it's actually starting to bounce off of this level as we speak. Nat gas, interestingly, it is starting to move. Maybe it's ready for a breakout again until it breaks above 340. It doesn't really mean anything. And then we are seeing some interesting moves in the grain markets coming off these levels here. So that's something to watch, especially soybeans. Let's see if that is a bottom here in the process here. Didn't quite get down to that level. I was looking at 11 a bushel, but we'll see. So that's in summary. We could see it more correcting, lots of rotation. That's really the theme, continues to be. Here at TTS, we're focused on stock picking, and a lot of these levels, particularly with NVIDIA, Palantir, looks like it's coming back down to 125 and so forth. Again, sign up for the class, and I'll talk about a lot of this. I will give you some actionable ideas if you sign up for the classes, not just the education, because I do see some great opportunities coming up. In any event, I will not be doing a show on Friday because it is Juneteenth. So you know that the market's closed that day, but I will see you next week early on Tuesday. Have a great rest of your week. Take care.